Hey everybody. So I am just going to walk you through the Hey Tree lab for natural resources as an introductory lab, just to find a tree and start to think about some of these ideas in natural resources to prepare us for the next 2 weeks of carbon sequestration labs that are a little bit more involved, maybe, and a little bit mathy. But today is all about forming a relationship to your tree, whatever it is. And so maybe it's one of these, a big, a beautiful trees with all those spreading branches. But it really could just be a parking lot tree. that's all you need for this, which can also be quite beautiful and inspiring. Doing the work in the cities. Okay, so first of all, find a tree for a sit spot. It might be helpful to get a little cushion to sit on, but get comfortable because you should be there for 10 or more minutes in one spot observing your tree. And I will post a picture of one of my scientific drawings of plantain a little bit later, but you can do a scientific drawing that is the ABCs of scientific drawing: accurate, big, use of colors or notes of colors, detailed, and explained with notes. I hope that caught up. Okay, that was weird. My internet's a little bit bad. Anyway, and maybe you should definitely bring out a notebook, or if you even have like a journal, I would bring out a journal with you. I happen to like unlined paper for this kind of thing. That's my preference. And then post a picture of that journal entry here. You'll also probably want to put in your journal this part, which is your initial observations of your tree. So if you don't know what kind of tree is it, you can use an app called iNaturalist to upload an observation and have other people help you with it. You can use the website I will have linked here for identifying trees of the Pacific Northwest, or you can ask me because I know a lot of trees in this area, including urban trees, which are usually not native and are ornamental cultivars, is what we call them. How tall do you think it is? And you should answer all. The goal for this lab is definitely to answer all of these questions. Is it deciduous or evergreen? Describe its leaves. Describe its bark. Are there any other identifying features to note? And once you have that, you're going to put a picture of your tree here. And if you, again, want help with identification, you should upload a few pictures of like detail of the leaf and the bark and if there's a fruiting body, that kind of thing. Okay, surroundings. So answering these questions, and you can do that again in your journal, or if you'd rather, you can type it in your own copy of this Google slideshow. That's fine. But where is your tree going? Is it in the sidewalk, forest, by your house? Is there anything that would shade the tree, preventing more photosynthesis from happening? How do you think the tree gets water or nutrients from the soil? Does it run off from a hillside? Is there really absorbent things around it? Are there other plants maybe helping to provide nutrients? Do you notice any wildlife on or near the tree? Even bugs? What is that? Birds. Then you're going to do what's called a sound map, and these are awesome. So again, in your journal, you will. Let me see if I can do this. So start with just drawing like an X or a little stick figure where you are, and then try to visualize the sounds. So I'll post an example after this, but when I hear cars passing by, I think like, actually, that's a lie. It's kind of more like, just like starts quiet and it gets loud. And the Doppler effect. Birds. If they're close by, it's closer to your X. If it's farther away, maybe it's loud. Maybe there's a slight chittering next to you, like a bug. So create your sound map in your journal as well, and you can post the picture of that here. Then, uh-oh. Jeez. And then she couldn't figure out how to do this. And then, oh, well, I'll just finish it. Watch the Story of the Cedar video. It's pretty long. It's like a half an hour long. And then there's a few more responses after that about relationships to trees and uses for trees and uses for lumber. And that's the lab.